Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your severe weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. We're going to start with the visible satellite picture as of 9:30 this morning, and as you can see, high pressure is finally in complete and total control for the entire Northern Mid-Atlantic. Yesterday, we had a few showers and thunderstorms that developed with a passing upper-level disturbance and weak cold front that caused some problems for parts of Connecticut, southeastern New York, northern New Jersey, and northeastern Pennsylvania. However, today, high pressure will be in complete control with very low humidity compared to what we've been dealing with, and temperatures still averaging slightly above normal in the mid-80s to lower 90s. But for the most part, a very pleasant afternoon can be expected throughout the entire northern Mid-Atlantic, and that will continue on into tomorrow morning as well with pleasant weather conditions. There's some trouble brewing in the Gulf of Mexico and around the Western Caribbean, so let's drop down to the south of Cuba. Yesterday I pointed out a tropical disturbance that had the potential to develop into a tropical depression. And this morning, this disturbance is very close to becoming a tropical depression, probably by the 11 a.m. or at the latest the 5 p.m. updates from the NHC, the National Hurricane Center. I expect this disturbance to be named a tropical depression. And then we're going to have to watch out for the Gulf of Mexico and for the coast of Texas and northern Mexico, as this disturbance will be moving into a very, very favorable environment for rapid intensification. When these disturbances move into the Gulf of Mexico, where the water is very warm, we're talking about 90 degrees Fahrenheit water temperatures. So when you have water temperatures like that and a lack of shear, these tropical disturbances can rapidly intensify and develop into strong tropical storms or hurricanes in a very short period of time. And usually the models don't pick up on this very well. So if you are anywhere from basically the central Gulf Coast to northern Mexico, I would keep an eye on this disturbance and the development of this disturbance. Should it develop into a named tropical storm, it will be Tropical Storm Don, and Don could mean business. So keep an eye on this disturbance. Now, instead of using the models that I've been using, I decided to just use the water vapor satellite picture because really the upper level pattern is not changing all that much. So here we have the water vapor satellite picture, and I have overlaid the polar jet stream in blue. I also have in blue the upper level winds and of course the surface features. So what are we really looking at here? Again, like I basically forecasted way back in March, we have a heat ridge over the plains and another ridge over the western Atlantic. And that means there has to be a weakness along the east coast. But we really aren't dealing with an invasion of polar air masses. We have one day, today and maybe into tomorrow morning, where this high pressure system produces an air mass that has low humidity, but this high pressure system shifts to the east coast once again, and then we return once again to hot and humid conditions for tomorrow afternoon, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that will likely continue on through next week. So we really don't see a long-term change in the pattern. We'll maybe get a day or two of a break, but then we go right back up into the upper 80s to mid 90s for highs and lows in the 60s to lower 70s. So I really don't expect any change in the weather pattern. As for what could be Tropical Storm Don, with this ridge in place over the Mississippi River Valley, that should force this tropical storm, or what will be a tropical storm, towards the coast of Texas and the western Gulf Coast. Again, I wouldn't rule out a potential impact over the central Gulf Coast, but right now I think your best potential is for the Texas coast and northern Mexico. Any threat for cold fronts will be rather limited in this pattern. As we've been seeing, these cold fronts will move through, produce some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but not really produce a prolonged change in the air mass in place. So for this weekend, look for hot and humid conditions, lows in the 70s, highs in the upper 80s to mid 90s, and a threat of a thunderstorm each afternoon going forward. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA Weather as your severe weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. For the latest weather news and discussion, visit NYNJPAweather.com and follow NYNJPA Weather on Twitter, Facebook, and of course on Tumblr. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.